Okay, can we change it? Can you just pull up a picture of the Ducati 1299
Yep.
so I don't have to look at this guy's junk? Because if you're watching the YouTube channel, you see this guy's crotch.
That's going to be the background from now on.
This is supposed to be a mailman podcast, but I didn't know it was like all mail review.
12.99. All right. Panigale. Gale?
Yep, there you go.
Is it Gale or Gale?
However an Italian would say Panigale.
Now you have the red one, right?
What
year is yours?
They make either a black one or a red one, basically, and majority of them are all red.
All right.
They have yet to release. Like, okay, so back in the day when the 999 was out.
Before we get into that, what year is it so I can pull it up?
It's 2016.
2016. Okay.
Yeah, they're all the same from 15 to 17. So for 3 years they made a same body style. So yeah, I wanted a 17 because there was like one update to the software. And you could basically get a track mode, like a drift mode almost, where you could slide into turns. That was called Corsa mode. But the one that was there, the one that God provided me, didn't have that. So
it's
I guess I just got to ride normally now.
There we go. All right. Boom. All right, let me see if I can.
There we go. Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But anyway, that's it. Yeah, it's a beautiful bike, man.
Yeah, it's not
and it
really...
sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, it sounds very. You have to hear it in person. There's no way. And this is why I'm saying when you ask me how did I decide on that bike?
Yeah.
Well, because I'd heard them before, and I think I went to a place called Eurocycles. Shout out to Eurocycles in Tampa Bay. They will, if they still do this, they will let you test ride their demo bikes. And one day I rode an S1000, Aprilia RSV4, the KTM 1199, and the Ducati 1199 at the time. This was back in 2016. And at that time, I was trying to think more like, what is basically the Gixxer 1000 replacement? So I was like, well, I kind of like the Aprilia and for the sound, and I like the S1000 for how it feels. But I really like the sound of the KTM and the Ducati because they both had that V-twin. Yep. I just didn't really like as much how they rode. And they were really hot. You know, the way you sit, the cylinders underneath your seat.
Your balls.
Oh, yeah. So you if you don't put a heat shield on there or whatever, you get roasted.
Some roasted nuts.
So, so anyway, but it had been years, and I went to that other dealership and I just heard it, and it just sounded so good in person. I was like, man, I gotta at least get this. I'll ride it for a while, and if I don't like it, I'll get something else. But you know, it's been fun. It's been very fun, and it's so fast. Like I can't use I have not hit top speed up here in Florida. I did. I got up to 1. This is with stock gearing, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But in Florida, I got up to 170 something, 173.
Dang.
On a back road. And then up here, I think I probably hit 140, 150 maybe max. Because there's a turn everywhere you look. There's a turn, so which is a blessing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, man, the mountain roads are so fun. So it's totally different from Florida, and it's just I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of like you don't need a track day if you have kind of roads like this. I say so. That's why. That's why I like riding up here so much. It's a whole lot of fun. Yeah. You know, driving your car, riding your bike. If you're into anything performance or sporty, mountain roads are definitely fun.
Yeah, because when we're initially riding, like you're just stunting basically. Like that's there's not a lot of turns, and you got to go find those roads, and they're not exactly always like available. So,
well, there's few roads
without driving forever
north of Tampa in like the kind of like the Brooksville area, a little bit south of there. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of roads that have turns. Now it's nothing like up here, but it is good for what Florida basically has to offer. Yeah. So
So what? Because we would just go out to baseline and just go stunt out there, and that's it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, doing wheelies and stuff.
Yeah,
which is funny because I don't
downtown
really
Orlando.
On
iDrive.
Oh,
it wasn't iDrive.
It was Orange Avenue.
Orange Avenue. Yeah,
right? Yeah. Back before the cops would just seems like they would swing by and kind of do their do their thing. Yeah. Like they'll just turn the lights on, say break it up, but they really couldn't stop you from parking.
That's so crazy.
But yeah, dude, we could ride out there and
like in traffic.
People would do wheelies. Wheelies down the road, and you'd have 100 bikes lined up.
That's so fucking nuts.
Kind of like a movie, but yeah, Firestone, that club was right across the street. Yeah. Which I don't know if that's been open since 2000s.
I think it renamed itself to Firestone by that time because it was Firestone back in like the early 90s.
Was it called Club Firestone?
Yeah, maybe.
Or was that just what we called it? I don't know. But
no.
I did go once in high school. Okay. I think it was with Marshall. I think it was actually with Marshall because he was hanging out with the raver kids. And I did go at least once with them. I don't know if I ever went back. I know you and I didn't go to that, but we did. We were down the street.
Yeah, we were at iBar.
At iBar.
Getting those 50-cent well drinks.
Which was cool.
Man, I can't believe they're 50 cents, dude. That was insane.
Dude.
Like that was probably the cheapest liquor like on the planet. Probably go blind if we kept going there.
There was a guy that was bartending, and I can't remember what time I was there, but I think I was with you guys, and it was a group of us, and I had a tab open or something. It was like I wasn't paying for every drink, so it was weird that he said this, but like he had served me already like 2 drinks or something, and he kind of leaned over and said, "Hey man, are you gonna tip me or something like that?" I'm like, what do you mean? I have a tab open. Yeah, but tip you. I just at the end when I close out my tab, you know. It was so weird because no bartender has ever said that to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know the guy's deal. I was like, what's this guy's deal? But
I wonder if that was because
he's like, hey man, are you gonna tip or something like that? Something to that effect. Like he was still gonna serve me, but maybe he was just not gonna be happy about it. I don't know. Maybe he was new to bartending.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I already gave you so many drinks, and I think we were the group, and I was getting drinks for everybody.
Oh, that might have been.
And that's probably what it was because I wasn't tipping him cash.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, I already served you some drinks and you haven't tipped. And I was like, oh, sorry man. Yeah, I'll definitely tip at the end. I think I had an open tap, which is, normal at the time.
Well, he's probably thinking about like, if this guy bounces, I'm not going to get my tip.
Yeah. Well, and the drinks were, we were giving a couple bucks for the drinks. So
yeah.
Anyway,
gin,
I mean,
gin and tonics, man. That's when
that's on the club. That's not my problem that you guys did 50-cent well drinks, but hey, I mean,
we made it their problem.
make it $1. Well, I think they did raise the prices later. It was like $1 wells.
Like $5 now, but
dude, now
this is 20 years ago.
2000 would have been 2003 or 4, 5, roughly. In the early to mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Now I did go back later. There was I took a date there. Well, this was. When was this? This was
because it was an independent bar, but we called it iBar, right?
This was 2012. I moved back from New York, so it was 2011 or 2012. And I was dating this girl, and we did go there in 2012, and it was still there.
Dang. Was it still the same vibe? Because I love that vibe. It was so awesome.
I don't.
It was like that. It was all 80s, like 80s music, but it was like it wasn't necessarily the exact songs from the 80s, but it was like, I don't know, somebody's mixing a little bit.
Music videos.
Yeah, it was.
No, they had 80s night, right? Not every night was like that, right?
Not every. It was just that well drink night and Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
So it was like Saturday and Sunday. I think it was like that, and that's right up our alley. We've grown up with that stuff.
Yeah.
But they always have the karate guy. Remember that dude? He's like dancing, but he's like doing karate.
Live?
No, like one of the guys on the dance floor. He was there every time.
Oh, dude, I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Well, we were drinking quite a bit, so.
Yeah, I think in my life I might have went there 5 times. Dang. I mean, we went there a handful of times probably, and then
because I was going there like every weekend.
Oh man,
or something like that. Every
other
weekend,
not.
maybe, but Yeah.
I went with the group a handful of times probably.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you had to drive an hour and a half. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy to think we drove that far just to get to some cool places to hang out.
And to drive back.
And we had to drive back at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And here's what not everybody knows. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had to go to church the next morning. So I would go out with you guys Saturday, go to the bar, drink, get home at 4 a.m., lay down for like 2.5, 3 hours, and then my dad would be like, "All right, get up. It's time to go to church."
You gotta answer for your sins last night.
I know, I did. And one Sunday, I don't remember. Oh, I think it was one of Stefan's parties actually.
Oh man!
So Jonathan, my little brother and I, we went to a party at Stefan's, and we may have been drinking. And then we may have drove home, and then also drove home at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Got up, went to church, and I was in church like ready to puke right in the aisle. And thank the Lord, he saved me. And I didn't, because now here's what was weird. I look back on that and I say, why didn't I just get up and go to the bathroom? Like if I was feeling bad, but no, I was like an idiot and I just sat there. I was like, oh, I hope it doesn't come out of my, I just throw up right here on the back of the
collection
pew.
plate.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think John, he did get up and go to the bathroom because he was sick, so he did throw up. But I was able to hold it down, like just barely. I mean, literally, it was so close. Almost
how his life would have turned out had you not.
I almost shamed my parents. Because what would that have been like if I?
Well,
he's drunk.
Well, if he did it first, you could just be like, oh, I can't handle the smell. It's because he did it.
No, he left. John, he already went. I think he went to the bathroom, and I think he did throw up.
Do they have toothbrush and toothpaste in there, just in case?
They did not. Nope.
Oh man.
Because if you go to church, you're not supposed to do that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so another. Speaking of church and throwing up. I do feel bad about this, but it's funny now looking back. So I went on a chaplain's adventure to France
in the army.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and so we're on the tour bus and hanging out with the chaplain and doing all kinds of we're just like visiting and seeing the sights and stuff. And one of the nights we go out and get absolutely obliterated.
In Germany. Right.
No, I think we were in France. I want to say this is Normandy. Because we were going to go see the beaches and all that stuff. And, no, it definitely was, because that's where we went the next day. And I felt awful. And so we go out, and this would have been like just go to the bar, have a couple of drinks, and then go back. But we meet some ladies, some French ladies. Yeah. I've got a picture somewhere.
Some mademoiselles.
Yeah, of us at the table with all the ladies. And so we ended up drinking like way too much. And so we get on the bus in the morning. So I managed to wake up. And I remember my friend at the time, he had never seen the beach before. And so I was like super excited.
Beach?
Like any beach. Yeah.
Wow.
So the first
was beach, he from Idaho?
Yeah. So the first beach that he gets to see is Normandy.
The Death Beach.
Yeah, which is it's incredible. Obviously it doesn't look like Saving Private Ryan or anything, but like you can see like how far away it is. Like it's a distance they had to go. Like pretty impressive. So
the tide was out, I guess.
Yeah, probably at this time, but. Like even without, like it was
not only that, the cliffs, right? It's like you're not gonna get past that.
Yeah, but that's only on the one side there.
Oh, okay.
But the little pill boxes are still there, and it's like, man, that impossible, like unbelievable. But like so that's where we're going, and I'm like spinning on the bus. And and so I don't exactly remember how all this plans out, but I do remember having to puke, and I couldn't make it to the window, and all I had was a water bottle.
Oh.
And I tried to at least try to get it in there. It just kind of went out through the sides. just a little. Like I was able to hold it back enough to get from that point to the bathroom, and just exploded in the bathroom.
Oh wow!
And it was the worst smell. Like for the rest of the trip, dude.
On the bus though, right?
Yeah, but for the rest of that day of the trip, not the whole trip. Yeah, and then after that, I did obviously feel better, but it was the dude next to me. He's like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck?" I was like, "I'm sorry." And they're like on the chaplain's adventure. I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like." Yeah, but younger days, man. Regrets. I got a lot of regrets. And that's one of them. Old days, huh? But my friend got to the beach, and that was a super exciting moment to take a picture of him on the first beach he's ever seen.
Do you still have that picture?
Yeah, I think I do.